How is it possible to get the most from electricity produced thanks to AD?
Okay, well what we do is we trade the electricity on the market and we look at the fluctuations in the demand for electricity over the day. So during the night time it's a very low price, during the daytime it's a higher price. So we will often reduce our generating capacity at night time, save the biogas and then burn the biogas to make more electricity at the more expensive times. That way we get a much better price for our electricity. And we have a very flexible system that allows us to do that.
The Boar Hill Farm biodigester, operated by Malawi Biogas, is an award-winning renewable energy business. What lessons can be learned?
I think the main lesson is to be as flexible as possible. We process food waste and we turn it into electricity by burning it in a CHP engine. We've designed the plant to be very flexible so that we can make the most of the food. We have a lot of contamination in the food waste, so we have to remove that. The way we do it is by macerating and chopping the food right from the start into different grades, and then we take off the contamination at different stages. That means that we don't have any grit problems in our tanks because we manage the grit because we've designed it in at the first design process stage. Once the construction's finished, we can then actually operate the plant to be as efficient as possible, and that way we have very low wastage and we have very high gas generation.
What practical advices can you give to plant owners?
I think, again, the main thing is to be as flexible as possible. I think plant owners need to be flexible in what they can take in, different points in the plant, so design it so that you can take in liquid tankers, you can take in vehicles that tip or skips or containers, maybe stuff in pallets, lots of flexibility on input, and then flexibility in your process by having different ways of moving the material through to get the best gas yield, and then flexibility in electricity generation so that you can trade the electricity at the most important or most valuable time of the day. One practical piece of advice is that when you're separating out this contamination, we put a separation machine in at the end which takes it out. We then take that separated material and we move it back to the beginning, and then we wash it and we screen it to get extra organic material out, and then the waste is much cleaner, and then that has some value for going off for an additional fuel source in RDF, refuse derived fuel. That keeps our costs down and it increases our revenues and makes the plant a lot more efficient financially as well as process wise.